Hey, how we doing? This is going to be a full gameplay review of an Ivern Smurf game here in about Diamond 3 MMR. And this is an Ivern matchup against Qiyana jungle. Qiyana is a firmly master ranked player, Rudolph 1v9 on Twitch, pretty awesome player himself. This will give you a chance to look at some of the thought process after the game, kind of what I was thinking as we go back through this game. It'll be the full game commentary. So there might be some moments that are sped up a little bit, but it'll give you a chance to take a look at all of my plays, what I'm thinking about in decision making here. So I do get vision of Qiyana level 1. I'm able to get the vision down. Victor's can overextend. At this point, I'm not sure what's going on, so I want to be able to hover his play here in case they try to go a little bit too far. It looks like Sion might have overchased here, so I do start Q to get the root. It's able to lock him down. At this point, Lulu's also responded, so it looks like it's going to be a pretty free kill. Lulu's smacking down some auto attacks and does force a Sion flash out. Sion thinks it's not warded, but still getting smacked by Lulu from the bush. Way overextended. Now it's turned into a huge brawl already. We already got one. And chase out a second kill. And then Castan has to flash away. And man, 108 damage or something crazy like that from the Sion clone. I just griefed that really hard. But I'm starting the game with 3 assists. We've also got some of our gold. Looks like we have our top laner get a kill, our mid laner get a kill, and ADC. I didn't think I needed to use flash there. You guys see me typing that in chat, so I thought it might have been okay without it. So even though I'm starting a little bit late now, it's already 1:55 into the game. I'm still going to go my standard clear on Ivern, which means I'm going to mark the wolves first. I'm then going to move up. I'm going to mark my red buff. And I'm pretty sure right after this, I'm going to go mark my grump. And then I'm going to move on bot side. I move bot and I mark my red. I smite that immediately. I get my Q over the wall. And now you'll see I pop a biscuit right there. This is a recent strat on Ivern where you can actually get a 6 camp mark on your first clear. You do run out of mana when you Q over the wall though to get that camp. So if you go biscuits though, it gives you need to go biscuits and time warp. It gives you enough mana to mark both of these camps as well. So because of that, I was able to smite my red. I hit level 2. I'm getting regen immediately as well. And I get a 6 camp mark. And so you'll see that means that after my first reset or after my first gank, I actually will have both of my bot side camps marked and I can save smite for an invade for 3rd smite. That's a great little trick right there where you can blast cone over while you're throwing your Q. And you're actually able to get both of those camps a little bit faster with that timing. I'm not really looking for a gank here. I'm just clearing out to see if there's any vision. It also makes Sion play off this wave, which means Victor can continue to harass and play for it. I'm at this point debating if I want to look to gank mid, but I see Kassadin is trying to reset, so I don't really see that there's going to be any kind of play there. I didn't see where Qiyana started, but she also would have started late, so it's going to be a little bit challenging to make a play here because I don't have any vision. I do end up looking to try to make a play, and I want to path to bot side anyway. So I cross over mid. There's no reason for me to show here. Pulls the wave a little bit for Castan and helps him farm. Then I just Q back over the wave here. We see Qiyana bot lane. I press tab and knows she's at 20 CS, which means 5 camps. My pathing here is a little bit all over the place. At this point, I was thinking about going to Scuttle Crab, but it looked losing, so I didn't want to go down there to see that. Again, this lets me mark both of those camps, and at this point I would have my second smite up in about 10 or my third smite up in about 10 seconds that I could look to make another play. Plan to reset here, but I do want to stay for the wave. Make sure Lulu can either hold the wave for her carry. You know, I can support that if needed. I know that Qiyana has nothing in my bot side because I got both of those marks off. So this point I'm going to reset. I want to get Moby Boots. Moby Boots are really, really good on Ivern early. Because he doesn't actually lose them from grabbing camps. I'm on map, back on map a little bit late here. Qiyana does get the heal to survive. I might have had a roam timer, and you'll see that Kassadin is a little bit upset that Qiyana was looking to set up dive on that crash, but it was 3 minions, and I didn't really have much I could do. I was just kind of hoping that I could get back on map, but my pathing was a little bit sloppy there and I might have been able to clean it up. So I'm just catching this free XP. With the level 1 E, I can actually get all of these minions as well under tower by just hitting the casters with my E if they're full health. so it allows me to really easily reset it. It's typically why I go 2 points in Q to start and then I'll max E, because it allows me to last hit easier if I have to catch early waves. You'll see that in most of my Ivern games I do that. Free solo kill top, there's no play I need to make. I just want to make sure that Qiyana didn't get any exit vision in my top side. 2 smite for level 5. Level 5 is when Ivern starts to get buffs for his teammates as well. So I like having level 5 early, especially before I get my next buff, and especially on a timer of their enemy's second buff. Maybe there's an opportunity there for something early. I know there's not going to be anything here because we see top skills starting to spawn. I have a little bit of time to waste. Maybe I look for some kind of trade on the Corki. Cassian's going to be able to get a crash, and his level 6 should be able to match. I did see that this was just about to spawn, so I'll get my 4th smite here. Then I'm going to move bot side. Grab this camp that's just finished marking. I'll mark my bot side camps as well, maybe look for a play on Dragon. Once I'm level 6, Dragons become a lot easier. Daisy can take a lot of that damage. Looking mid to see what's happening, but Cassian just won the 1v1, so not a big issue. And he's just going to shove in that wave all the way. You see Qiyana in the ping, does get pinged out by Lulu. Qiyana doesn't have to play bot side. I also know that means that I can look into bot as this lane is coming in. So I'm going to wait in the bush, see what they do on this next wave, because I know I have a timer. I look over the wall. I know that Rakan might try to clear this, but I still want to stay out of vision. Does not get cleared. At this point, I do think that I did get spotted on that ward, potentially. I might be able to take a look from enemy POV and see if that's the case. Even though that bot side camp did just get pulled, I saw Qiyana hovering jungle, and I want to be able to hover mid here, even though I'm almost 6. I think it's a mistake. I should have waited the extra couple of seconds, because I want to be 6 here. Because I sweep close to the wall, and that's where Qiyana was, it actually gives me that vision. This 2v2 gets okay once I hit level 6 from that last minion. This will also be my 5th smite. Down to 900. I do end up smiting it. I look bot side as well. Qiyana's looking to come, so I ping off Mia. I know I can match a play though for extended, so they keep playing aggressively. Fortunately, Sever misses Q. I have flash if I need it there, but I thought the red buff was going to be enough. I just want to make sure he wasn't able to get away. Pings go down to Dragon. We just killed bot lane. We killed mid as well, so we have free Dragon timer. Again, with my ultimate, this makes it really easy. We see Qiyana top side as well at this point, so I'm not too worried about it. Mid's getting prio, crashing this wave. Qiyana's going to need to catch. We'll have no way to make it here. Don't probably be resetting. I definitely missed picking up my last mark on Grump, or on Golems. Okay, so we just saw Qiyana leave mid. Lulu's going to go off map. I'm going to mark this camp, eat it, and then reset because I pathed into a corner. I really like going Shurelya's right now on this champion. I think it's going to be really good for the extra move speed with the active as well as just dropping a passive. Any shield actually speeds up both you and your ally, so it gives you a lot of reposition. Now looking for Herald. It's a great clear out by Sivir to know that Qiyana's a likely topside. This was a really bad blast cone. I am seeing if Qiyana might be there. We see Qiyana on mid though. I don't think I'm going to get there in time, so plays a little bit over. I just try to cover if Qiyana tries to overchase again. Chooses not to. Hover XP range. They do know where I am because I hit the blast cone, so kind of bad by me. We can now get a collapse on Sion though. Sion seems to be pushing down. Flash is over, but there's really not a play here at all. I mean, I'm not worried about this at all. I do just hover again because we know how much damage Sion does, so I should sit a little bit closer for that once he hit passive. And then we just wait for the Victor to be able to crash his wave, which means that Sion's going to need to have a timer topside before he can roam, so we have tempo for this. Cassian also is clearing out mid because Victor's Mia. Corki has to respect at mid. He just has to catch under tower. Qiyana's not in the area, likely bot side. So you see how safe bot is playing. Cyan actually just runs it down bottom, so lots of things go down on the top. Victor picks up this Herald, which is totally fine because he can get solo gold here, so I just want to make sure that when I go top that he's able to get all the solo plates himself. I try to get information on Qiyana, who is there. It allows me to kind of step up. She is not too happy about this. I pull the wave.
Give me Daisy.
And just hard zone here. Don't let her step into the wave. At this point, Sion can come, Corki can come as well, so we have to back off. We don't want to overstay, get 3v2'd. At this point, I'm looking to see if there might be an extra play, but with Sion ulting to the top lane, like, it's not something we really want to stay for. I actually see if he runs way too far forward to stop the backs, but, I mean, that's why I kind of just reset and wave there, because it makes this play a lot easier. Huge flash on the Qiyana ultimate. And at this point, Qiyana's got a dip set. I mean, again, there's nothing there. There's that Q right on the death. You know, trying to deny some of these minions. It's also a free wave for Victor to crash and he gets the tower for free. I get to get off map and you see me already pinging the dragon. We'll see what the timer is right here. So 118. It means I can mark my bot's head camps and move to dragon. Huge gold onto Victor. Like, Victor's massive at this point into the game. He's 3-1-3. He's up 35 farm. He just got like 5 solo plates because I didn't share any of those because he picked up Herald. He's going to have so much gold here. And so really for like a top laner, you want to try to move this gold now into the map to actually be impactful. You want to get off of the island, you know, you want to take the speedboat to the mainland, start influencing the map. Because he is so far ahead, he needs to use this massive lead he has on other parts of the map. They try to hold space here because they have team, and now Victor's coming in. And like we were saying, here comes that speedboat just zooming down on top of them. Really no kind of play from the other enemy team. Like, huge teleport from Victor, using that gold, using that TP. Like, he already has Ludens completed and another needlessly and tier 2 boots, and it's only 13 minutes into the game. Like, plates haven't even fallen yet. So we deny vision because we have prio right now, and there's a timer until dragon, so we don't need to force right away. This literally just lets us move into their entire jungle, hold space, play on our vision, even look kind of silly for plays like this, you know, kind of send Daisy, a little suicide bomber Daisy. That does miss, so there's not really too much of a follow. Casting over chases. I don't really get it. I definitely shouldn't have smited. We had lots of prio bot. We definitely overstayed, right? So now we have to fight out of this again. We just played too far forward. Oh, but Qiyana gets absolutely bursted.
Oh. My bad. My bad. I've made a mistake, it would appear. I've made a mistake. It's legit always winnable, though.
So I do see Qiyana moving in this jungle, and I still think I can get the smite and leave. I was not paying attention, though, and I just get absolutely bursted. That was really bad by me. So debating second item here. I think Redemption's always really safe. It's really similar to the Soraka second item. Soraka also really likes her Mythic into Redemption, but typically Soraka's go Moonstone. So I think Redemption 2 is a really strong item unless you need the early heal cut. Into their team, I wasn't super worried about it, so I decided to go into Redemption 2. Also, having a second support on the team allows Lulu to go something aggressive second. I did ask her to go Moonstone right before I got absolutely destroyed. Because having 2 Shirelles is a little bit less effective versus the extra healing that Lulu can do. I know my red's gone, so I don't even bother going down there. We still have a little bit of time until the Herald, so it's easy for me to smite this. I can mark these other camps and then get back on the map with Lulu and Kassadin. At this point, we're trying to set up Vision topside for the next Herald. It's really trying to move a lot of that pressure up there. Catch waves, push pressure, use our side lane weakest member to farm into the game a little more. Sivir's fine to just wave clear. She's 2, 2, and 5. Really wants to play for Essence Reaver here, so makes a big difference when she gets that second item. I know it's gone, so I just throw a bush over to get the timer on the reset. Cassidy gets way too hyphy, thinks he can just destroy the Corky, but in fact cannot. And now Qiyana's starting to come online. It gets a little bit spooky. Like, they have objective bounties right now, but it is not that far off. So I'm trying to start Herald here with Victor, but also trying to hover to mid in case they hard force. We know Qiyana doesn't have ultimate, so their engaged tools are a little bit more limited here. I was kind of hoping to get a little bit more support from Victor. You'll see me stutter stepping into the bush. Ivern gets extra damage on his auto attacks if he's in the bush. So just getting that reset by jumping into the bush helps. I also don't want to move too far into the pit because I want to be able to play off of it if I need to. After the topside force, I'm actually able to grab the Herald and move into this choke. And I mean, Sion's so far behind. He's kind of griefing. He has to flash the wall. I look to try to chase, but there's another wave that's not pushed yet, so there's not really a good chase. But I feel confident to just clear out this vision, play around mid. We see 2 bot, so this gives me the opportunity to see what Sion's doing, if he's going to play for this or whatever, and also support Ivern mid. And now, like, having 2 supports is actually really good into the game because you can play something like a 2-2-1. This is a mistake. I should have dropped my shield onto Victor like Lulu did before he TP'd. Get the extra speed and damage. But I mean, man, just gets absolutely popped. This Chadiator Draven does not look very Chad this game. Pings go down 1 minute onto the objective. We're trying to get set up down here. We're trying to get prio. It's at the point of the game they say, okay, if we can fight and force on this 3rd drag, it should be good. But Sivir has to use summoners to get out. Overextended without the wave and got forced on. TP's coming in. It's really hard to play for anything more here. At this point, we want to just hard peel. We need to wait for Victor to get here because Victor was pushing bot. We're trying to force a losing fight, even though there wasn't Draven. It was a 4v4. Like, oh my gosh, I don't even get my shield down. But, I mean, what's Sion going to do? He has no damage to kill anybody. I know that my carry is going to be Victor, so I like to play for this. Unfortunately, Victor's not able to chase on that, but it doesn't matter. Victor is so large. Another root, you can't do anything. You know, lots of things going on the dragon, knowing that this soul will be our win con for sure. Objective bounties have fallen off because of some of the shutdowns, but this allows us to pick up the 3rd dragon, pretty uncontested. And then we want to rotate back topside for Baron play. I do drop pings on the bot because I want to drop the Herald so we can move to the Baron timer. So I want to get a little bit of vision for Caston before I reset. And I want to be able to hover him in case he gets forced on because our team doesn't quite need our tempo reset yet. I'm 150 gold until my 2nd item. I have a full health Herald down here. We see Qiyana top. So again, the 2-2-1 works really well when we have 2 supports, but it means weak side has to play super weak because any more than 2 members can easily just destroy us, or whoever the split is. So Sivir's not respecting the wave bounce, even though we have huge pressure bot. We do get the inner tower, which is a lot of local gold. And now I have more than enough for my redemption. I'm debating 2nd item, what I want to go with, or 3rd item here. And I don't really know. I mean, I'm still kind of looking. Fairy Charm I think is interesting. Maybe Mikhail's, maybe Ardent. I do ping Mikhail's to team, but then I'm like, any of these could be good. I'm thinking Staff 3 because we have double AP solo lanes. I think it's actually really strong. I see the ward go down, so it looks super spooky for me. Our team's way too late to collapse, and they were just able to get a great angle into our jungle that really hard to do anything about. And now this gets really spooky because the Baron's alive. It's 21 minutes into the game, and they got a great angle on the mid, so we don't respect that. Caston has to reset, doesn't have TP, and I kind of grief that play. And so did Rakan. Rakan almost griefed it too. I mean, Qiyana's not amused about that as well.
Don't show Rakan. You stupid bitch, man. It worked. It worked. Should do Baron. I'm trying to carry these hooligans.
So really unfortunate. Our team has to decide that we're not fighting this play a lot earlier. We need to decide, like, once it's 5v3, that we're not going to go in for it. At this point, we're just playing the running game. Even though Silver does a great job holding space and casting has all these dashes, like, there's no point for Lulu to die. Like, we're posturing around a fight that we're never going to approach, and, like, we need to recognize our timers here. So, just looks not great for us. Even though we do get a late collapse here, it's like we're playing into a fight that we have no business trying to win. They have Baron. I mean, some of them were desync, so, like, we do end up cleaning this. But it's only because a couple of people on their team reset, a couple of people didn't. Corky had to not join after a youth package. So it was better luck than good management for sure. And now, yep, lots of pings going on to the Baron. We know that Soul is going to be a huge objective timer for the team. I thought I could walk into my own jungle, but I clearly can't. And Qiyana's had that one coming a mile away.
Deleted.
So we're getting back on the map for Soul. It's 1 minute till the objective, and Cassian's trying to get a pick off here. And I'm just going to let this play come from Qiyana's perspective because she plays it just incredibly well. And that's the Master Tier gap right here.
I gotta move. Okay! Let's fucking go! Huge! Please tell me we win the fight. Please tell me we win the fight. Let's go.
Man, just the 1v9 Qiyana play there. I was able to get the shutdown, which was pretty huge, but... oh man, massive play from Rudolph there. He just absolutely just destroyed that fight. 1v9 that, just like the name suggests, was a massive play. So, oh man, it was a great play by him. They have a huge wave to be able to break this base. They still want to get the dragon before we all spawn. So, Sion is left to deal with the wave. The rest of their team goes to the dragon here. So, I mean, it's so hard to approach those fights. You saw Daisy trying to face track and try to get vision there, but with our team, it's like, man, we don't really have a front line, so we have to try to front line with Daisy, which is really hard because Daisy has to be pretty close to Ivern. Plus, like, if they can just kill Daisy, like, you're basically using her as a walking ward, which her impact in teamfights is actually pretty massive with her triple auto knockups. So positioning her and even using her later in fights can be really good. Because no one's going to be focusing Daisy in a team fight. So she can get 2 or 3 knockups in a fight, which is a huge disrupt because it is an AoE line knockup. So it can actually be pretty huge. So we're posturing here. Rakan's been playing super aggressive this entire game. He's definitely the sort of player that is trying to play super aggro to establish vision, but it keeps biting him in the butt. He almost got caught by Kassadin earlier. You'll see later how it all flips out. But so we're still posturing, trying to get waves in, play for the next objective. Kassadin at this point is looking for a little bit of a fight. We have a lot of damage here, but we do not want to fight these choke points at all. We know that we can get absolutely shredded by the Qiyana ultimate, so we're just trying to stay in this space where Qiyana really can't go to force on us. And the Sion angles can also be really, really spooky here. So Lulu does a great job to get a pink ward down there. Now we see the Sion angle as well that he has to back off of. And we're like, okay, we are not going into the river. If we do not need to go in their jungle, we're not going to go down that road. Let's just keep clearing waves, try to get split prio, and then play for the Baron. So lots of pings go down. It's a minute till the Baron spawn, and we're just going to both try to get as strong as we possibly can. You see at that point I do sell my Dark Seal because I really don't need it for this next fight. So we're just going to be looking to play this with some vision. So having this pink ward in my inventory is going to be really valuable. Silver gets reset for her item, so I know that there's no angle on the fight. I don't know why her team's still forcing there. Like, I think that's so bad if they get caught. Victor was playing really far forward with Lulu, but if they force his 5 there, that's so bad because Silver already reset and Cassian was getting a reset as well, so we have no play at all if they actually play aggressively. We see package out of base. It's pinged a lot from both me and Victor. We do know Baron is alive, which means either we need to play slow or we need to fight with package, which both sound like bad options, and it's into the jungle. So we recognize that pretty early, but you'll see what happens here is we recognize it not early enough. Corki gets a huge ult into the team. Cassian gets completely blown up. Victor is a great flash, but still goes down. Man. Let's look at the live reaction of this fight from Rudolph's point of view.
Please get him. Nice!
So now we say, hey, gotta do something, right? We saw them all move over to the Baron. Lots of pings go down. We gotta get some kind of vision on it. See how this fight plays out. I get vision 4,000, 3,000, 2,800, 2K. The 898 steal, baby. That's what we do. The huge root onto the Qiyana there allows her to not get her full combo off. And picking up the Baron is so clutch for our team. It's 1 minute till Dragon. We know this is our soul. We have Baron. 2 are dead for 40. There is no way that we can lose this next fight, right?
There's no way they expect us to be doing this. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so sad. That's so sad. For it to go like that. Oh, how did an Ivern outsmite me? It's okay, though. I need to go for a hero play. The hero play is happening. The hero play happened, man! Nice! We win. I think we end.
Talk about demoralizing, man. That was just so hard. We got popped. Qiyana just destroyed Victor. Played that fight so freaking well. That's the hero play that she was talking about there. Rudolph just hard 1v9 that fight. Man, the Baron steal does nothing if they just wipe the fight 5-for-1. That was just terrifying. So, gratefully Victor died early enough that is spawning right after the inhib, but this looks terrible now for us, and this gold has just completely evened back out. Now it's like both objectives are close to 3-minute timers. We know that that might be the end of the game, so we need to play for something at this point, and we know do not go near the jungle, use the waves to our advantage. We don't have any Baron at this point. Just trying to hold as much potential space as we can. And we know that our carries are really strong. Cassian's almost level 16. We kind of need to wait for him to get level 16, and it should be just a free win, but that's kind of what we're wanting to scale for. And man, Cassian almost gets caught out, has to use his Zonias. This looks so bad already for us. And Cassian gets popped. This looks hard losing, but the Gravity Storm from Victor picks up 1, picks up 2. Sivir is able to play that fight so well. And now, all of a sudden, the 3 of them dead, and now it's a 3v2. that pink ward now coming in clutch, stopping Qiyana from getting a flank there, and we have a wave with us, and you know, with Corki being the only long-range damage, we can just play to shield the Sivir and let Sivir try to dish out as much damage as possible. But casting hard into that, like not being level 16, trying to force in their jungle, not having vision over the wall, means we really have no sort of play here. We can't even play into the two of them. And with spawn timers coming up, we know that if we die at this point, it's going to be GG. So just bouncing the waves mid, that are those super minions, is kind of the best we can do. And that's kind of why we keep playing ARAM now at this point of the game, and ARAM as it's like to be called, because they have a super minion wave mid. We know that Or Stronger is 5, so we don't want to be playing side lanes and allowing the super minion to push. So because of that, we do have to match mid, which does make it look really strange. We don't want to be rotating through the jungle into a Qiyana. Rakan has great choke angles as well with his long range engage and knock up, and the Qiyana ultimate is just absolutely devastating these parts of the map. So we have to kind of play in an open space in a main lane, and it's just really, really hard for us to do that if we're playing between two lanes or on a side. So Caston's level 16 now, which is another huge spike for him, and we see how much damage he can do in these fights, and he's just dashing every half a second or whatever the heck it is. So we know at this point he might be able to be a little bit more of the carry, but this game's definitely not over. You know, they can get the third dragon, deny Soul again, get the Baron, you know, and this game is still very, very losable. Caston looks for an angle, but looks kind of spooky, but he's enough mana with that blue buff that he's able to stay alive and just jump all over the place. And now with less than a minute on these spawns, it becomes very scary. Corki picks up package, and we know at this point we got to run for the hills. This can be a really hard force for us, but Victor gets caught up to the side. You have to play it back. Slow play front to back. The save onto Victor was massive from Lulu. And at this point, Caston's level 16. Victor gets a second kill. Caston's able to clean it up. There's another 2. Only one more alive from their team, and it becomes a 4v1. And with Qiyana being the last one alive, this becomes really scary for her. She's able to jump in, but it is not enough. Man, as Rudolph said, it was looking winnable. This was a hard-fought game from both sides. Ultimately, it came down to a couple of key fights. You know, Qiyana tried her hardest, I think. I think it was definitely winnable from both sides there. And man, when you get these Smurfs playing together here, it's sort of like, all right, who can outplay the other one most? So, 36-minute win. What a close game.
GG's, bro. GG's. GG's, man. That was a toughie for me. Good Baron steal that game. Can't believe I didn't get that. Yeah, that was a nasty smite. But my Q smite's like 1k. I should just always get that. I just lagged out and we lose. I tried. It happens. It happens.
Hopefully you enjoyed that recap, taking a look at that game together. And if you want to see more content like this, please let me know. If there's any other videos you want to see, different instructions, or ways to improve your jungling, please let me know that as well. And I'll catch you in the next one.